A portion of this video is sponsored by Bespoke Post. So there are millions of apps in the Apple App Store. I love apps, chances are you love apps. They make our lives easier and they waste all the time, but a lot of them are trash. So whether or not you just got your brand new iPhone 13 or 13 Pro, or you're still rocking older generation, these are some awesome apps that'll work great no matter what iPhone you're using. So I wanted to share my favorite apps, the things that I've found over the past couple years that I'm using all the time. I'm not picking the stuff that you guys already know about. We're not talking like Twitter and Instagram here, but sort of more specific things that have been useful to me in my daily life. And hopefully you guys can find some value there as well.
Just another sunny day in Southern California. It's where the people came to play. Don't let them transform you.
So I haven't been to a movie theater in about 18 months, but when I go back to a theater, whether or not I'm watching movies from my house, one of the things I always wonder is if the movie that I'm watching or about to watch has a scene during the credits or after the credits. There's an app to check that out, and it's called After Credits. So my favorite aspect of this thing is that it's first of all completely free and crowdsourced, and there's a pretty decent sense of community in there for movie watchers. Kind of knowing you can give the next person a heads up to watch all the way to the end. You don't want to turn off a movie and miss a mid-credit scene of whatever, Thanos coming back or something. So again, it's powered by user submissions and feedback. Over 5,000 movies in there and growing. It's really intuitive to work with. And also, perhaps the best thing about it, you can pick whether or not you want to have spoilers or not. It's just a really awesome app for those that watch movies. And if you're an Apple Watch person, there's also an Apple Watch companion app to go along with it. So I've talked about Telegram a lot. This is the app that we use more than probably anything else inside of JFL. I switched between iPhone and Android, so using iMessage as our main messaging app wasn't really an option. Telegram has been absolutely amazing. Works on whatever device you can find. It syncs all of your settings over. They've got calls, they've got video calls. You can do different chats and groups, in-thread replies. I have loved Telegram. If you have friends that aren't on iMessage, or you just want a really good, clean messaging app that's gonna work cross-platform, Telegram has been absolutely awesome. So everybody knows the Notes app on iOS or iPadOS. It's good, it's great, it works, but actually Craft has been one of my go-to note-taking apps. And sort of my biggest takeaway while using this app is just how absolutely seamless it is going from iPad to the Mac to phone, wherever I'm on. It works absolutely seamlessly with multiple devices. So it allows you to nest notes within notes and make specific thoughts easier to group and organize. You can also share your content with a link or collaborate with others in real time. And decide to export your content, you can choose between sort of the stuff you'd expect. Email, markdown, text bundle, PDF, print export, and more. It works online and offline as well, so if you ever are on an airplane, it's helpful to have that. It also always stores your documents on your device. It's always available independent from your network connection. I actually learned about this one from our own Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, who scripts all of his videos with Craft. I figured if it was good enough for him, it's gonna be good enough for me. An effort to always try and better myself, Khan Academy has been sort of really a nice companion the past few months. And it's very simple, if I can describe it in one sentence. Learn anything for free. No matter who you are, Khan Academy's learning library is going to be free to use. A bunch of different topics for different grades, age levels, specifications, interactive exercises, videos, and articles you can use. Study math, science, economics, finance, grammar, history, government, politics, and a bajillion different other things more. Also, they've got practice exercises, quiz, tests, instant feedback, and step-by-step hints. You can follow along with what you're learning in school or just kind of practice at your own place. I know this sounds like an ad, but it's not. They're really good. It's free. I've been trying to sort of learn coding, learn some new languages so I can better understand the internet world better. Khan Academy is really awesome. And again, totally free. So while apps are something that I think we all can agree are generally pretty good and we like getting them, getting actual tangible things you can hold are always good. And that brings us to the sponsor, Bespoke Post. You probably know about them already. I think they are the premier service for sort of curating things that are awesome delivered directly to your door. So every box has like around $70 of stuff in there in value, but costs only $45. So 90% of the products in Bespoke Post boxes come from small businesses, so you can discover cool new brands and products. And all the products are generally really awesome. And you have a say in what's going into your box. You can preview it beforehand, you can pick, you can swap things from different boxes. I've got a sampling of things here that you can get from Bespoke Posts. So Weekender bag, it's the first one. It's kind of got a doctor bag look and feel to it. It's solid, it's durable, it looks great. Obviously there's tech options there as well. We've got a really solid wireless charger. We've got a wireless speaker. We've got a cleaver and meat seasoning all in here. And these are curated just for me. But you'll go through, you'll answer a questionnaire on things you like and things you don't like, and they'll get you a box that should be pretty awesome. So if you want to check out Bespoke Post, they're going to give you 20% off your first box. If you click the link down below and then use code JohnRettinger20, you'll be on your way. Some cool new stuff. So a hobby I've gotten into really the past like 6 months is crypto mining. I've been into cryptocurrency for probably about 6 or 7 years, but the mining part of it, something that I've really gotten into. So here's like a bunch of crypto apps that I am using for both my mining exercises and also just for managing my portfolio. So the first is a Helium app. I have a couple Helium hotspots. You can be rewarded with HNT tokens, which has been going through the roof recently. They're about $400-ish, but they're very hard to find right now. I've got a Bobcat and a Nebber unit. They set up really easily. Coinbase, everybody knows Coinbase. It's one of the premier exchanges for buying and selling crypto. That's where a lot of my mining goes to when I hit the thresholds. BlockFi has been awesome. BlockFi lets you learn interest on your crypto and a bunch of different cryptos for really good percentages. Same thing with Celsius. They offer different interest rates and different cryptos, so I'm using that as well. Crypto.com app is sort of the place that I go to buy certain cryptos that I can't buy on Coinbase, for example. Same thing with Bitmart and Binance US. MetaMask is sort of a really awesome wallet. And then KuCoin is what I've been using to try to buy XRP because there's something going on with the government. Long story short, it's hard to buy XRP right now, so KuCoin's been the place that I've gone to pick it up. So to the kids that are in school right now, I'm gonna say you don't know how good you have it. And if you haven't heard of this app, I'm gonna hack your math. It's called Photomath. And you could write down a math equation, take a picture with your phone, and get the answer. It's that easy. Or let's say you've got a textbook with the math equation, you can just do that as well. It can solve basic arithmetic to advanced calculus and geometry. Word problem explanations are free to use, step-by-step explanations, so you could theoretically show your work for every solution. Exclusive how-to animations, you can scroll through multiple solvings per problem. They have multifunctional scientific calculators built in, interactive graphs, and a bunch of different math topics too. Math, pre-algebra, arithmetic, integers, fractions, decimal numbers, powers, roots, factors, linear equations, and just keeps going. Really anything in the world of mathing, this is going to have you covered. Now, I'm not saying you should use it for what you're thinking about using it for. Use it to verify your work. So this is one that you probably have, but maybe forgot about, Movies Anywhere. So when you buy your movies on whatever, you're buying on Google, you're buying through YouTube, Apple Store, Amazon Movies, wherever, this is gonna bring almost all of your movies together into one app. So use it on an Apple TV, you can sync all of your libraries. This has been awesome as I sort of switch between Apple TV and Roku and sort of the Google TV. I always have my movies, it really doesn't matter what platform I'm using. It's awesome. It's totally free, no subscription. You can purchase new releases, pre-order in-theater titles, shop daily deals, browse a catalog of over 8,000 movies to your collection. A lot of times if you buy like physical movies, it comes with a code, and the code is meant for Movies Anywhere. Supports 4K UHD, HDR, Dolby Vision, 5.1 surround, Dolby Atmos. A new thing too, you can watch movies together as a host or guest of a screening. You're gonna create a room with the invite code and invite people, and you can watch a movie together without physically being together. It has been awesome, and again, somebody who's changing smart home operating systems a lot, this has been totally invaluable to have. All right, so you've probably seen Pixel Cut promoted through Instagram a ton, and it did get me interested, and it works as advertised. Think of it like a pocket Photoshop that's like a one-trick pony. It does one thing really well, and what it does is instantly removes background from any photo. It's like a mobile PNG maker on anything. Use it to really quickly get a cut out of YouTube for a thumbnail, Instagram promo post, whatever. You can also sort of realistically add shadows, change backgrounds, 3D scene kind of backdrops, outlines, and text. It does a really good job. If you make your YouTube thumbnails on the go, you should try it. So PhotoPills, it's a weird name, but it's a great app for photographers, videographers, or people who just enjoy astronomy or looking at the stars. So we use it when filming off-site and we're scouting locations. Allows us to see the exact position of the sun, which matters. We can plan accordingly, especially if we're using sort of natural lighting. We can know when the sun's gonna be at certain spots, sort of get that sort of best time and know when golden hour is going to hit. You can actually pick where you want the sun, the moon, or the Milky Way. It's gonna calculate where that's going to occur. And I know that is very specific use case, but if you are in that use case, you're going to love this app. If you've watched previous app videos, talk about this one a lot. Edison Email has been my go-to email app for a while. Most of the people here at JFL use Spark and they love it, but I have a hard time getting Edison off of my phone. It works on iOS and Android, which is awesome. And it does normal mail stuff. My favorite part about it though is I can manage my mail subscriptions from inside of the app, and I can unsubscribe just by hitting a button. It'll show me all of them, and it's like a mass unsubscribe for each of them. It's been awesome. Maybe Spark is better, maybe there are better options. I've gotten just really used to it. I don't like the Gmail app that comes on the iPhone, so this is really one of my first installs whenever I switch phones. I use the free version. There's a paid version I have not tried that adds a bunch more power features. But if you're looking for a really good email app that works as advertised, unified inbox for multiple accounts, Edison Mail has been absolutely awesome. And then you can try the paid version if you want. All right, so I've been driving an EV for the better part of 8 years. I'm looking to get another one. Oftentimes I need to find a place to charge. And if you have a Tesla, superchargers are awesome. If you don't though, you need to find other places to charge. There's a bunch of apps that I've been using to charge my car. So ChargePoint is the first one. It's the largest and pretty much most open EV charging network in the US, at least, with 100,000 locations. The app lets you essentially find different charging stations, what type of technology they're using, how fast they are, and then see which ones are available and open. You can also get real-time updates about your charging status, which I think is pretty awesome. And you can also filter it to see stations that'll only work with your car. If you have one of the older like Chatham mode chargers, for example, you can see that there as well. Also, there's a pretty decent sense of community there too. Users can leave photos and sort of tips about those different locations. Also, version for the Apple Watch as well. So ChargePoint is awesome, but you might live in a spot where there isn't a ChargePoint station. There's a bunch of other apps that I'm using sort of for my electric life. EVgo is one of the big ones. Electrify America is huge. And PlugShare is kind of one that'll sort of help you map a route and find chargers from any network wherever you want to go. So probably like everybody, I haven't gone out as much as I've used to. Instacart has been sort of the go-to for my family and I during the pandemic and beyond. And kind of just when I'm too busy between work and other obligations, Instacart, probably know what it is, makes it a really easy way to go get your groceries and keep the people in my house fed. But at this point, you know what Instacart is. You select your groceries, someone goes and buys it for you and brings it to your home. Contact free, which is also awesome. You can chat with your shopper in real time to make changes or they don't have something. It's just a really easy way to get groceries to your house. I've also been using Shipt a lot, mostly for runs to Target. And not because of the current pandemic stuff happening, but because when I go to Target, I have a very hard time leaving with just what I wanted. Like I'll go in for like a Lego set for my kids. I'll come out with like $300 of stuff that I didn't need. So Shipt is a subscription service. You pay per month. Somebody goes and does the shopping for you. But it's actually saved me a lot of money because of my own impulse control. So Shipt in conjunction with Instacart, it's been an awesome combo. They also have other places other than Target, but that's mostly where I use it. So, like I said, millions of apps in the App Store. These are the ones that I've been using all the time. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. We'll link to all of them down below. But there's an app that like we didn't mention that you think would be super useful that people haven't heard of. Let us know in the comments. We'll do another version of this video in a few months. I love apps, make my life easier, and hopefully you guys found one or two that you can use at the very least. Have fun with.